Hello everyone, it's time again for me to talk about what games I'm going to run at this year's conventions that I'm going to. There's probably going to be two conventions that I'm going to. One is SibCon, and that's in Butler, Pennsylvania. That's a little bit north of here. It takes me about an hour to get there. And also at GaspCon. That's the gaming convention that I've talked about in the past before, and that one's in Pittsburgh. So, what am I going to be running? Well, at GaspCon this year, I'm going to be running 6 events. Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, isn't that a lot? Aren't you going to get a little bit burned out? And surprisingly, no. I really have a lot of fun running games for people that, it's a mix of people I know and complete strangers that come to the convention. So I think it's a lot of fun. But the 6 games that I'm going to be running, I'll just go through each of them. Every year, I run an AssassinX game. Now, AssassinX is it was a 24-hour RPG. Someone just made it in 24 hours. And it's about serial killers. And this is the game that I probably can only run once a year because it's a little intense. It goes into areas that I wouldn't want to take other RPGs. It's pretty darn vile at times. It's rumored that there was an audio recording at one point. I've never heard it. I don't know if I want to. But really, I just kind of give myself over to that Dexter-esque, House of a Thousand Corpses, that sort of genre, the serial killer mindset. And it's a late night game, and I don't know if fun is the right word that I have when I run this game, but my players seem to like the fact that it's so out there. I don't know, it has a reputation. But so I'll be running that game again. I'm going to be running a Hunter the Reckoning game, basically entitled Daddy Knows Best. And this is going to be kind of a ripoff of the Frailty movie, if you've ever seen it before, where basically there's a upright father in society, and he has kids, and his kids help him to kill the demons. And so that should be interesting to see what happens. I'm kind of curious to see how I'm going to make the characters for that and what creeds they follow, but it'll be a pretty large family. I'm going to be running 3 modules for Labyrinth Lord. And Labyrinth Lord is classic Dungeons & Dragons, the retro clone. And these are all from Small Niche Games. Blood Moon Rising, Pyramid of the Dragon, and the Inn of Lost Heroes. And I actually did a pretty big review of all 3 of those adventures. They're not really a trilogy, but I really like the way that Small Niche Games describes everything. All the adventures are pretty detailed, and they just seem very high quality. I've never been one to run a lot of modules, and after I read through the Small Niche Games modules, I really wanted to run them. So we're going to be running those, and I think there's one more game I'm going to be running. I'm going to be running basic role-playing. It's called BRP. It's basically a D100 roll-under system. It's generic. And the game is going to be entitled Weird Pittsburgh. Now, a while back, I had thought about making a Weird Pittsburgh RPG. I got a few friends involved, and like a lot of my other group projects, it fell apart. People really weren't as entertained or intrigued by the ideas I was, so it kind of went on the back burner, and then it fell by the wayside. I never really did anything with it. But after finding BRP, I thought that was a good sort of rule set for it. And the idea of the setting is kind of strange. I want to incorporate all sorts of different like magic, aliens, men in black, a lot of pulpy, weird stuff, maybe even some Dresden Files ideas. So the idea is that Pittsburgh, the city of Pittsburgh, is going to be encapsulated with this energy-like dome. And in the sky, where they're going to see all sorts of ships and alien craft, and then all hell is going to break loose. And I'm going to be interested to see where in Pittsburgh the characters go, because I'm going to have a map, and I'm basically just going to draw a big circle, and that's going to be the entire map for what's going on, and see where they go. So those are the 6 games I'm probably going to run, or I'm already going to run for GaspCon. I still have to decide if I'm going to run any more, because depending on who wants to step up and run games, there might be some areas or certain games I think should be on the schedule, and I tend to try to fill things out if I see any openings or any areas that need filled. Another thing that I'm going to run at another convention, just get the books for you. I'm going to be running a series of 2nd edition AD&D adventures. The first one I'm going to be running is Eye of Pain, and the second one I'll be running is Eye of Doom. And these are based off the Eye Tyrant sort of monster. It's almost like a monster ecology of the Beholder. And I haven't really run any 2nd edition stuff yet. I've played in a few at SibCon. That's where I'm going to be running these adventures. And it should be interesting to see how I'm going to do it. I'm going to actually go back and review all my 2nd edition, review videos and just try to get it fresh in my head. But it should be fun. The adventures are going to not really be hack and slash. They're going to be more about trying to figure out what's going on. A little bit more politics involved. So SibCon's going to be in September, and GaspCon's going to be in November. I'll put some information down below in case you're in the area and you want to check out either one. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to running these games at the end of the year. Alright, everybody. I'll talk to you later.